Ay, 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 ay. YouTube, what's poppin'? It's your favorite uncle. It's your favorite cousin. It's your favorite brother, really great conservative. I'm having a little trouble with the camera cam. Listen, I don't know what it is with this damn Elgato face cam. It's a beautiful camera, but my computer decides when it wants to recognize when it's connected and when it doesn't. I don't know why. Well, shout out to everyone that is in the live with us today. Shout out to Gary.
What up? What up? What's up? Okay, so I stole that from Martin, but it is what it is. What's up, pimpin'?
What's up, pimpin'? Shout out to everybody that's with us in the live. You know, we got a couple things to talk. Quick shout out to everyone in the live. Philly James, LA Thorn, the Martian, C Now Zeke, Podcast. I don't even know how to say that. Cat F. Who else we got in here? My boy Kart Gamer, Laughing Dog, Buck Fighting, Reaction to Puerto Rico. Shout out to everybody in the live with Hoodie and Gary tonight, man.
You still trying to figure out the camera?
Yeah, it won't. It won't recognize. Listen, I don't know what it is with this Elgato face cam, but some days the computer recognizes it. Some days
it doesn't.
I don't know why that is. You know, because when I went to get on the live, it usually give me a blue light that is on. It goes, you need to go to the camera hub. I'm like, oh, here we go. Here we go. See, now Zeke said, Hoodie, Andrew Tate can help with your cam. Listen, Gary Lamb put out a very interesting video about Andrew Tate. And I thought that it was I thought that it was interesting because it was Andrew Tate's own words. This is what I'm going to say to any Andrew Tate stands. Before you go defending the man, a person you don't know who, what, where, when, why, or how, let the rest of the information come out.
Right.
Before you go either way with it, let the rest of the information go out. Shout out to Philly Mitchell on the Cash App. Much love to Philly for helping Hoodie keep the lights on. Mr. Man Lightning, what is popping, man? What's going on? But yeah, listen, I just want to say with the Andrew Tate situation, listen, man, y'all got to let the rest of this information come out.
Yes, you do.
Don't be jumping off these clips with these gurus. Yeah, it's a lot of people in this red pill community that listen, and I can get it. Hold on, I just want to say this. I understand defending someone.
Right.
But you don't know these people, man. Like, no, people, you got to stop acting like you know Andrew Tate from some videos that you've seen online. We know nothing about what he's doing outside of what he has told us. Right. So, you know, that there leaves any possibility. And I mean, that would even go for Hoodie. Y'all don't know a damn thing about Hoodie outside of what he tell you. You don't know if I'm a serial killer. Hell,
I won't go that far now. Come on.
I might be a simp, Gary. You never know.
Well, that is true. You could possibly be a simp. I doubt it, though. I mean, you bring too many facts to be a simp, but
Lord have mercy. I couldn't imagine being no simp.
Neither can I. I mean, I can imagine being stupid for women because that's just, you know, you can't help that. That's just what it is. But a simp, nah, I can't see myself doing that.
Listen, Zeke going there early on Tate said Tate is a bee's knife. From his own words, Peacock and fake ass wannabe man. Listen, they are playing his words, and that's why I say Gary's video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Gary's video is, it's just Andrew Tate's words, and I mean, these things he said. I'm not talking about what they trying to play on that tape. You don't got to play the tape, man. You got to play what the man said out his own mouth on these on the podcast.
Now here's the thing. This is the thing. How much of that was show and how much that was that really Andrew?
Listen, and
See, this is what happens when you play a character. It will get you in trouble eventually.
In Andrew Tate's case, I am sure he's gonna do like Young Thug is saying and say that it's all for show, my guy. It's all for show.
Yeah, I can hear him doing that. I definitely can hear him doing that.
There's no damn way. Because he's looking at a long time.
Yes, he is. I mean, if they get him for freaking trafficking, it's over.
Yeah, it's pretty much a wrap. The Playboy image go right out with it. You know, that's why I say, you know, with these investigations, everybody want to talk about Greta Thunberg and all this bullshit, you know what I mean? But the truth is that, you know, a lot of times these investigations are already going. So I mean, I don't know.
Right.
What to
See, they don't want to hear that part.
You know,
they don't want to realize that by the time they pull you in, they got enough evidence to convict you.
Is that the reason he could have been saying that the system, the Matrix, was coming to get him because he already knew his ass was under investigation?
Right.
Could you have been played this whole time, Sneeko? Fresh and Fit crew, you red pill ninjas out there.
Yep.
Could he have played you just Pearly thing? Could you have been played like Kevin Samuels, the prostitute, in the Red Bull? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Listen, that's the only reason why the women was happy. The only reason why the women was happy is what came out after that.
Man,
if it came out that Kevin Samuels was happy and about to get married, they would have been pissed.
Smarter, because you know we ain't lying. Red pill ninja, exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. But you know what? See, that's the thing, man. Kevin Samuel was eating them up so hard. They needed that win. They needed that win. Oh God, he died with a prostitute. Whew. We can actually sleep now because
listen,
it don't look good. It don't look good.
Men looking at that like, Mitch, please don't nobody get and that's why they call them Samuelites, because him dying with the big booty prostitute and the damn Red Bull wasn't enough to shake the men up off him, and the women hate that because it's a billion channels popping up remixing, rehashing, hashmagging, hashtagging Kevin Samuels content. And the funny thing is that it seemed like the further we get away from his death, the more valuable his words are truly becoming, man. Honestly.
Look at what we're about to embark on tonight. I mean, these women are really, really far gone. They're far gone. So when you hear what we about to listen to tonight, Kevin Samuels sounds like he's writing a Bible.
Now, Gary, we're gonna start off with old Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
Trying to red pull you ninjas. Jerry Springer trying to red pill you ninjas. While we get that going, give me the other clip, Gary.
Which one?
Okay, it ain't no other clip. Okay, fair enough. I'm just making sure. Now, listen, I'm looking at the woman on the title. I was like, but that ain't the clip, but
oh no, dude, you sent me that clip. I'll send it to you now, though. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Oh, okay. Listen, I got a billion Kevin Samuels clip cocked and ready to go.
Dun, dun, dun.
But look, let's play this. Shout out to Jerry Springer on the red pill tip.
I mean, we really got to start to work together better. People in New York have to be able to network with people in Portland. That's just inevitable.
Have you found out with the the so-called men's movement groups that have been popping up? You find that there's a lot of problems.
Now, I do want to say this. I put a comment under a video that was talking about child support, and it has been getting quite, the engagement, quite a bit engagement on it. And all I said on the comment was, listen, men want to make child support an equitable situation. To me, getting rid of child support does not end that, because you got to take care of your damn kids. Right. You had them, you got to take care of them.
Right.
But what can be done is that the women should have to be an account for what it is they're spending, and it has to only be spent on the kids. So when we start getting into monies that's supporting her lifestyle, if the money not spent on the kids, it should go back to the damn husband or to the baby daddy or to the child's father, however you choose to put it, and the budget itself should then be reduced. Because once again, we're not here to pay for your lifestyle. We're here to pay for our kid.
Right.
So I'm not here to buy you Monet Blanc shoes, baby. You know what I mean? If you gonna
or
buy
red bottoms or makeup or $300 worth of nails and feet.
There you go. No. When you go to Target for my baby, you're going to Target only for my child. You know what I mean? Now that I can understand. You know, but you know, all this other nonsense about, you know, well, we don't need child support. Listen, half you ninjas already right now is in arrears with child support.
That's true.
It ain't got nothing. Listen, it ain't got nothing to do with needing it, because the way the court system works, and I hate when people say this, but you can go right down the court and get those payments adjusted per your income.
Right.
They're not taking 50% of your income and all this Jimmy Jazz and all this crap. You know, like, listen, men look for just like the women do. The red pill community finds the most hyperbolic situation they can find. As a fellow child support paying ninja, my damn self, I am telling you that if you need to get that thing reduced, you take your baby's mama to court and you get it reduced. The court will request documentation. You'll submit your documentation, and that's it. And all this Jimmy Jazz about, well, I don't have the money to have a lawyer. I never had a lawyer. I filed the damn papers and petitioned the court my damn self. So I don't need to hear a damn thing from none of these people that's talking about child support and all this Jimmy Jazz. Pay your child support, man.
Pay your child support and keep it moving, brother.
Pay it, man. Them your damn kids. But I'm gonna play this.
Ego, that makes it hard for different groups to work with each other.
Everybody's got ego. Yeah, I don't know anybody that doesn't have an ego. But what makes it hard for people to work together is I think people have sincere differences of opinion about how to run a men's rights organization. And it's hard to work that out. The men's movement to really grow, people got to roll up their sleeves, get in there, and work. All right.
Good example of this is earlier this year, there was of course, National Organization of Women had that 100-day call. They had a 100-day project against the contract with America that the Republicans were doing. And at the end, they had the big rally in Washington, D.C. I think it was American Fathers Coalition that tried to get fathers from all across the country to do the same thing. And they got approximately 50 on the steps of the Capitol for their rally. National Organization of Women, according to their numbers, has 250,000. I saw the camera pan a few times on the mall, and I've got to, that was a lot of people.
Yeah, they get people to show up. And so we have to ask ourselves.
Well, but look at the groups that were there, too. I mean, it wasn't just National.
On the audience about why doesn't he protect himself? Look, if a woman uses a diaphragm or not, if she is responsible about contraception or not, if she has a tubal ligation or not, her right to make reproductive choice is protected unconditionally.
Look at her face. Hold up. Did you see that girl's face? She did not like that. She did not like that. She was shooting them rocks hard.
Listen, they are not fans of that particular situation, Gary.
They don't want to hear that. They're like, no, I don't want to hear you talk.
Listen, as much as feminists talk about equity and equitable solutions, they really don't want that. They don't want equity. Equity would literally mean that if I don't want the kid, I don't have to pay for it.
Right.
And that is not something that they're going to be down with.
No.
Women have an extraordinary power that men do not have. Every woman in this country knows, as she makes love to her man, that if for whatever reason an unwanted pregnancy occurs, no person on this planet can force her to be a mother if she doesn't want to be, because after the fact, she will still have choice. She will have control of her life. She will decide if and when and under what circumstances to become a mother. Now, men know something much different. Because every man, let me just tell you, every man knows in the midst of his passion that if there's a contraceptive failure, then he could be screwed in more ways than one. A man has no control over his life, and someone will decide for him whether he will be a father, and that's wrong. And the message of the women's movement early on was,
that's quite the statement.
Yeah.
Now he's using contraceptive failure. I haven't, seen many situations where kids are born to contraceptive failure. But this is why I say the red pill uses the most hyperbolic and extreme situations, because the average situation is this man with this red jacket on, knocking boots without a Jimmy hat.
Yes.
Like that's really what's happening, bro. Like let's not turn it into more than what it is.
Right.
You scraping boots, without the Jimmy hat, and you couldn't control yourself and do an ejector. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't do an ejector. Like that. This is what kills me. This is what kills me with the red pill side. They're just as hyperbolic. They act like I'm not women. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's true. But they don't want to accept that either. Like it's like they trying to win using tactics that just won't fly because women are not going to play that game. Like you can't come at me and say you want a woman that's hard to get yet expect three meals in a 90. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't expect that. Like I take you on 3 days and you owe me some gooch, but I don't want you to be fast and quick. I just want to make sure that I'm the only one to hit it, but I don't want you to, it just won't make any sense. It's backwards.
Listen, I'm still waiting on Kevin Samuels to tell me where Perfect Tens is making
what up, Elaine?
Making cup of coffees for ninjas. You know what I'm saying?
Man, listen, man.
I still don't, Kevin, if you're out there listening to Ether, I know you're dead and gone, but you never explain how you get a 10. How you get that woman finer than Beyonce to make coffee in the morning. You understand?
Well, is it possible to do that? Because we were seeing some things last week that show that you can do that. It's possible to have a 10 making you coffee and making the bed and all that stuff. They did show that. So I'm like, it's possible. But is your green right? Is your green right?
Okay, so 10s do make coffee.
They do, but your greens need to be right.
Lord,
you can't be going to get Folgers.
Whoa, Lord!
You can't be going to get Folgers. Real talk.
You getting Folgers, huh?
Nah. They want that expensive stuff. That overseas stuff. You can't get this over the counter.
Oh Lord, Gary, I'm gonna play this damn clip. I'm about to get in trouble.
Just because women get pregnant, just because they birth and nurse babies, that doesn't mean that they should be denied equal rights with men outside of the home. Well, don't you see? My message is the same thing. Just because men don't get pregnant, that doesn't mean they should be denied equal rights when it comes to reproduction. Biology is not destiny, and men should have control of their reproductive destinies. I went to a pro-choice rally recently. This is a personal story. A woman there addressed the crowd in a very aggressive tone of voice. And she said, "No man will ever force me to be a mother against my will." And all the women around me started to jump up and down and cheer and applaud. And ever since that day, I have wanted to do something that I am going to do right now. No woman will ever force me to be a father against my will. I want to make a strong pro-choice statement, see if you agree with it. I think
So what does that mean, sir? Does it mean that you celibate? Because
bang, that's what I was gonna ask.
I mean, you act like people knocking down your door, pimping.
Listen, is Marty McFly's uncle
right?
Is Marty McFly's uncle absolutely?
Now, if it was somebody like, I don't know, maybe Michael B. Jordan saying something like that, then a lot of women be clenching their pearls real bad. Like, okay, all right, it's just one. But it was multiple Michael B. Jordan saying that, then they could change the game. But you jumping up on Jerry Springer saying, "I will not." They was like, yeah, they feel the same way about the Passport Bros they feel about you. There's no loss there.
Listen, man, you ever see some of the videos of the Passport Bros, the women that they film? You ever seen some of them?
I do.
And how they look more like streetwalkers, you know what I mean, than they actually look like normal, everyday running the mill. And then Listen, you know, I look. That's a whole other conversation. That I'm just playing the clip.
Person should have the right to force another person to be a parent against his or her will. Do you agree with that or not?
Well, that depends how you define being a parent.
No person has a...
That depends how you define being a parent. I think minimally, fathers have to show financial responsibility.
And what I want, you know what I want people to learn from the show, whether you agree with me or not, most feminist women, when they say they're pro-choice, they're lying to you. They're pro-women. They're not pro. They think the term reproductive choice doesn't apply to people who have penises, and that makes them anti-choice hypocrites.
Well,
Yes, as your name is
Damn.
Cheryl Horn.
and as I understand it, your husband is now in prison.
Yes.
And why is he in prison?
I'm a single parent and he refused to pay child support
Why does he refuse to pay?
because he would like custody and feels it's easier to raise the daughter himself than pay support.
Did he want the child to be born?
Wait a minute. So he went to prison instead of paying child support. That because
I don't know. I mean,
that's
a lot
stupid.
well, yeah, you will say it's stupid, but you don't know what this person is dealing with. He doesn't. We're not going to get
Wait
his
a minute.
side.
Hold on. Listen, you're choosing not to pay child support. If I'm taking it at face value because you feel like,
But I don't believe her.
you'd be a better.
I'm
parent.
sorry, I don't
You'd
believe
be a
her.
better. I'm just saying you'd be a better parent to the child. If that's the case, that's stupid.
I don't believe her.
You don't believe he's in prison for
No, I
child
believe he's
support?
in prison, but I
For
don't think
child
I don't.
support?
I believe he's in prison, but I don't believe that's the reason.
For child support?
No, I don't think. She said he's in prison because she
For-
refused to pay child support because
He's in prison for
he-
child support.
right, but he want her but her reason it doesn't make sense.
That he didn't pay child support. Her reason
he
why
didn't
he did. Her reason why he didn't pay child
Right.
support doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make
So
sense.
you're not disagreeing that this that he's
No,
in prison
I'm
for
not
not paying
disagreeing.
child support.
No, I
It's
think
just his reason why he chose not to pay
I
it.
think it's ridiculous that he's in prison for that. I just don't think that's the reason.
What's it? Let me.
I
ask
think
you.
he might have gotten back in his rears, and she doesn't want to say that she put him in prison.
She don't. She doesn't put you in prison. She has no control over that at all. Once you have a child support order, you pay it to the state. The state is now involved.
Right.
So I mean, she doesn't put him in jail or not. She can't go to the court and say, "Oh, he missed this week. It's no problem." Like,
All right, so let's take it as
that's not
face
how it
value. Let's
That's not how it
take it at face value. Yes, that's a ridiculous, stupid reason to be in prison. If we take it at face value, that's a dumb reason to be in prison.
listen,
I agree.
not paying child support. Whatever reason it is that you have, not paying child support is a dumb reason to not have your license, to screw up your credit, and to go to jail.
Yep.
Because to not pay child support means you're not working. Child support is a percentage. So, and at that, I paid 15%. This is New York State. I paid 15% of my income. There's a whole 85% left. And that's
Right.
that's 15% of your gross income.
Throw up the get some comment. Okay. If you're in the rears on child support, the state can put you in jail or pull your license, which makes it hard to keep a job, to earn money, to pay child support.
Yep.
I absolutely agree.
Let's take it a little deeper since you agree. How long does it take for the state to take your license? How many child support payments do you have?
I don't know. I've never been in that position.
I say exactly. That's why I say you're talking to a guy that's been there.
Okay, so let me ask you that question. How long does it take before they take your license?
Gary, it takes several damn years, Gary. They start garnishing your damn taxes. So you'll come around, say you don't file taxes, then they can't take it from you. Then you'll probably be receiving a damn letter probably in the next year about your license then being gone.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, man. I'm not trying to pay. Listen,
That's 12. You talking about a year not having a damn job paying.
But hey, listen, if she gonna take my money anyway, why not? I might as well stay home and play video games.
She's not taking anything. Your kid is taking 15% to sit with
your thumb. Wait,
sit with your thumb in your ass. Hold on.
No.
To sit with your thumb in your ass at home because you don't want to pay 15% doesn't make sense. Then you look to pay less. You could go work.
How do I know that the money's going to my kid? How do I know that? You tell me how I'm supposed to know that the money's going to my kid and not to her.
What do you mean?
Last time I checked, I see a whole lot of babies in diapers, and they 3 years old and still in diapers.
Yeah, but that kid is using the electricity. That kid is using
what kind of electricity is she? Okay, so
is eating the food.
Thing can't even reach the daggone switch. So how the heck is his using the daggone electricity?
What do you mean? That kid doesn't enjoy the heat and the comfort of light when the child plays? Are you kidding me?
Listen, that's something that she got to pay for no matter what. Don't she live there? Ain't she responsible individual? Ain't she the responsible adult?
Guess who's child is living there?
Hold. I need to finish this. You got to stop.
Go ahead.
Listen, how is it that I'm supposed to be responsible for her heat, her electric, her food bill? All I'm supposed to do.
You're not. You're paying 15% of your income. Right. So listen, say you were a person that made $50,000 a year. You know what I mean? So $52,000 a year, you make $1,000 a week. 15% of your income is like $150
a week.
So in a month, you're paying $600.
Right.
Now, in a month's time, your kid, now say your kid is $10 a day. That's $300 extra. In bills, what is that doing for her bills outside of a slight comfort? Like you're covering maybe the heat.
Listen, man.
Listen. That's if you're saying half.
I don't agree.
I'm giving you the numbers in the money because you're not counting. Still, there's household expenses. So your rent on that 2-bedroom might be $1,000. Your heat and electricity on that 2-bedroom might run you $100 a month. Your car might run you another $300 to $400. And we ain't even talking about getting food and eating. So, I would argue with you, how far do you think your $300 going? And that's if you're making.
It's my money, bro.
That's it. Hold on.
It's my bread.
Hold on. It's not your bread because you had a kid. So
listen, hold on.
That's your kid's bread.
Let's make this perfectly clear. I didn't have a choice to have a kid. She had the kid on my ass. No. She told me she was on a birth control pill. She told me she had the UID. She told me all that stuff. And nah. Real talk, man. Real talk. I was drunk, Dre.
You was drunk. You was drunk.
And she stole it. She stole it.
Listen.
She stole it.
She stole it.
Yes.
You such a player. You ain't got no condom.
Those things are hard.
You such a player, right? Say you don't want to wear it. Say you don't want to be responsible.
But
say
she
you
told
don't
me it
want
was
to be
okay
accountable.
though. Come on, Dre. You know how many times you was sitting in that daggone. You been in that back seat, Dre. You been in that back seat, and you know what these fools do, right? They be pulling condoms off of you. What am I supposed to do, huh? What am I supposed to do? It's right there.
Put the goddamn condom back on.
Man,
this your look.
Nix all that, bro. Man, I'm getting these cheeks, bro. I'm getting these cheeks. I'm getting these cheeks, bro.
I'm getting these cheeks, and I'm gonna pay for it for 18 years.
Play the clip.
Born?
It wasn't planned. It was an accident.
And when the child were you married when the child was born?
No.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this right here. She said it was an accident. She could have got rid of it. She chose not to, and now I'm in jail. This is disrespectful to the men, all the men in the freaking
You are not in jail because she chose not to get rid of no kid. You
Dre,
are in jail because you
are a
lack
hypocrite, man.
self-control.
Last time I was talking to you, you wasn't talking like this, bro.
Listen, you talking.
So let me get this straight.
Go ahead.
So let me get this straight. So when you on live, you change up your story, huh? Is that what it is?
Story? I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you what I did in my own life, Gary. I'm telling you what I did. See, what old Hoodie did is Hoodie went and had his daughter come live with him. And then Hoodie,
that's what this dude was trying to do. And she
hold on. But see, a lot of these players don't be really willing to go to court. But see, you can't just go to the court and not have real evidence. You can't just go to the court and not have actual situations. You can't go to the court and not have your own lifestyle set up. You can't go to the court and not have a place to live with roommates, and she in a better position than you. You can't go to the court if you're barely feeding your damn self. You got to take care of a child. But see, listen, a lot of these brothers can't really keep up with that. Because see, when you have children early, these women tend to go on social services now.
Yeah, man, I ain't hearing all this noise.
You're not keeping up. Listen, one, the state puts you on child support because they're getting state services. See, their brothers don't want to tell you that. See, that'd be the other thing with having kids with some of these thoughts. That niggas don't want to tell you the truth.
Yeah, but condoms sound they terrible though.
Hold on. I'm just telling you what happened when the state get involved.
Yeah, but
this is what I'm telling you. When the state get involved, the state puts you on child support because now they're providing for your household. Like another man is providing for your household, they're providing for your household. So you got to pay the state. So we got two different support orders out here that people like. You got support orders that's private between two parties, but then you got support orders that are created by the county because this woman is on social services. And they ask, listen, the state asks you, who is the father of your child? And you have to give up that information. Why do you have to give up that information? Because the state is going to charge you for the Medicaid that your child is on, so that health insurance that you're not covering for that child. See, brothers ain't giving you the whole story, Gary. They ain't paying for the health insurance. They're not paying for food. They're not paying for shelter. The state paying for it. So that's who you owe. You owe Big Daddy. Look, when you hear about brothers going to court for child support, I want you to think state child support orders.
But condoms are horrible.
Yeah, they horrible. So is an 18-year prison sentence.
They horrible.
You choose, Gary.
Responsibility
well,
when
you know
your
what
child
I
was born?
chose.
Yes,
Shit.
he did up until the point when I left him. Then he refused to.
And so because you're no longer together, he's saying...
Yes, then he's saying he's not paying.
And you're saying that's...
I'm saying that I know who the victim was and the wrong person is in prison. He should have had a right. He should have had a right not to be a father. I'm saying that man should have had a right to choose not to be a father.
Wait a second.
He was a father for
At some point, no parent is allowed to say, once you've got your child and they've had the child raising
he's not here. He's in jail. Come on now, Jerry. I don't know his side of it. He may have said that he didn't want to be.
Exactly my point. I don't know what really happened.
The argument is breaking down.
But we don't know what really happened.
He's starting to stutter like the feminists.
You have to understand, man. This is supposed to be equal, right? So if they get to bow out of it, we should be able to do it too.
Shout out C-Now Jeek. Shout out Johnny. Shout out Robin Lynn. Shout out, listen, the chat is on it, man. Listen, man, I'm telling you. I think that there is so much more.
I think she lying.
Listen, with the child support situation, there's a lot more nuance in it than people want to admit, man. I'm just telling you. I listen, your boy Hoodie, lived both of those lives. You know what I mean? Like, I lived it.
John, listen, you supposed to be on my side. This is you on my team, so don't say things that hurt my argument. Thank you.
Listen, let me play the clip.
Play the clip.
May I just show you something before
Yes.
you start? I just, you're going to recognize this. This is it's the Constitution of the United States. The person who sold this to me told me that this is actually the original. You know what's cool about this? You know what I like about this? This document guarantees equal protection of the law to everyone, men and women, and that's the trouble, because some people are not comfortable with the idea that the right to privacy contained in this Constitution applies to men as well as women, and what they want to do in the name of our children and for the sake of women's rights, they want to take this Constitution and tear it up. And I'm not letting them. You are not going to get away with this. You are not getting away with this.
Okay, go ahead. Hold on.
The reason she should be more responsible is that she's the only one who has rights. She's the only one who can make a choice. And if she has a child and a man doesn't want it, she should be responsible for that child. And if she can't pay for it, I'll tell you something. At this moment in this country, there are some 2 million couples desperate to adopt. If a woman can't pay for a child, the child should be given to someone who can.
Excuse me.
Women choose and men pay.
It's a scam.
Women choose and men pay.
It's a scam.
Women.
King's Refuge. Making child support EBT cards would solve a lot of this. Listen, that goes into what my original point was, is that I don't think you can get outside of child support. I think that there's more accountability that's needed, on the part of the women and what's going on with the bread. That's just my personal opinion. I think that, it should be strictly, spent on things for the children, period. And it shouldn't be taking care of your lifestyle. And that's where I go into saying that if and that's why the if is there, if there's extra left over, then it should be returned, of course, to the father or to the parent, whoever, is paying it.
Listen, I'm going to say this, man.
And the budget reduced.
Listen, here's the problem, okay? If you got one side doing it, you're going to have the other side doing it, right? Both sides try to take advantage of the system, right? So men will run around and scream and shout all the talking points on why they shouldn't have to pay and why they were used and why they was abused and all of the other crap. Oh, I was drugged, or I was drunk, or she went into the toilet the waste basket, all this other stuff. Listen, man, you know how scandalous, trifling women can be. You put yourself in a position to get caught, you get caught. There's no getting around that, man. You should be wise enough and more disciplined over your body to say no. None of those, every excuse in the book is going to all fall by the wayside. There's a reason why the court system say, yeah, so what, you pay. Because they're not accepting those excuses. Now, are there women taking advantage of it? Absolutely. But you dumb enough to give them the opportunity to. Let me tell you something that you may not have learned in high school or college, but they can't get your sperm if you don't ejaculate in their vicinity. I don't know if you knew that, but you can't get it. How do they get it?
That's crazy.
It's true though. Like you act like they penny you up, chaining you up, and forcing you to.
Hey, listen, I heard old girl with Drake. She took it straight from the condom, straight from the rubber.
Again, she
Stole
couldn't have
straight
got
from
it.
the jibby hat.
Again. Okay, so how about you do this? You go in the bathroom with your condom, run water in it, and pour it down the toilet. Flush it, you got it.
Brother, you got to realize your sperm is worth $1 million.
It is. Well, 250,000 to be exact.
A month?
No, not a month. That's over the course of 18 years before they go college.
I'm talking about Drake.
Oh, his. Oh, yeah. He got to be smart about that.
That's what she did. She allegedly. Allegedly
I
body.
don't. I mean, if okay, so you're gonna tell me a man that freaking? But then again, people stupid, so I can't. You know,
Boy.
people
Listen, they
stupid.
say Bill Clinton on the dress. You understand?
Right? What
So
the?
like,
Okay, so this is the thing.
like,
You gotta understand. There's a lot of dumb dudes out there. Cause let's be honest, he did get it on her freaking dress. How did that happen? I'm sitting here scratching my damn head. I'm like, Bill, hi. There's evidence. There's evidence. Undisputable evidence. Like, how did you do that? You are the president of the United States of America and you make that blunder? Wow.
That one. He's that guy.
Wow.
Bill's
Men can
that
be
guy.
stupid.
Listen, absolutely stupid.
So what we got coming next? What is this? What is this?
Listen, man, to round it off for the night, man. These clips, listen, some of these clips, I'm gonna just say this clip will red pill you.
Yes. Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
You almost don't believe this is real.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it gotta be staged, but it's real. I'm gonna play it.
Let me put y'all on game. This
Oh,
is how you.
shit.
This is how you get a pretty
Sell a
bitch.
millie.
I can get a pretty bitch.
All right. So if we texting on the first day, and I'm like, you like, what you doing? I'm like, nothing, about to go get my nails done. Just send it the
Cash
first
App.
time, because now I know you're not stingy. You're gonna do whatever for me. If I
Stop.
said, oh,
Stop.
She
So let me
said
get this
just
straight.
send it the first time.
She said, if I say I'm getting my nails done, just send it over. Now I know you'll take care of me.
This is
So
why
I have to play the lottery.
This is why I miss Kevin Samuels, man.
Oh my God.
She's average. Like, she's not even pretty. I don't even understand. Listen. She's an adjustable 6.
Adjustable.
are you hungry? You know what I'm saying?
That's easy, but that ain't number like couple $100. Like,
My nails and my feet
That's just a couple of $100.
Listen, he playing. Trust me. Listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not even about the amount of money, like, because you always hear it ain't tricking if you got it. It's the principle of what you setting yourself up for. Like, there's no way, man. Like who do you think you are?
Right.
You're no one. Like, you're nobody to ever in life. Like, like, bruh, she's an adjustable 6, man.
If she's lucky.
50. Period. Yeah. So I'm saying, send that.
I know yours.
Ask me how much it is. Get my just little stuff. Look, if I'm just meeting you and I'm doing this, doing that for myself, I have everything myself, got my own shit. Handle the small shit first. Then I might take it easy on you.
Easy.
Then I
But you
might
automatically
take
think in
it
your mind,
easy
like, oh,
on
this nigga-
you. Is this a freaking wrestling bout or something? Like, what? I might take it easy on you. So I already paid for your nails and your food and your hair and your feet, and you might take it easy on me. Bruh.
Listen, I just want to point out that the average salary in America, for the black men that she's dating is like $42,000 a year.
Yeah.
So he can't afford that.
No, he can't.
Per the average.
I'm not sure if she could.
She doesn't look like an above average woman in my regard.
Well, you can't tell because she got so much fake stuff on her.
That's why you can tell. It's not a real beauty. It's more like Cart Gamer put in there. It's more of a chirp.
Yep.
Let me get that comment up. Shout out to Cart Gamer. He, you know what I mean? Like, that's an immediate bird. That's an immediate bird. That's an immediate bird, man. Listen,
shout out to Gypsy. Appreciate you for coming, love.
She ends up alone. She ends up alone. Like, listen, there's no way, man. Listen, she had like she the top 1% of women on the planet. Listen, I'm not gonna say that those people don't exist out here.
Maybe don't have kids with a bad life choice. Sif, you ain't lying. You ain't lying, bro. Like it's clear this is a bad idea.
Listen, LA Thorn putting it out there. 35K is actually average salary for over 70% of Americans. Listen, man, I don't got much to say on that. You know, because Hoodie's no longer there. But that's horrible. You know? And she talking about hair and nails done. You can't rebuild Black Wall Street spending your money with the Chinese.
No, you can't.
You know,
and you know what? I saw a freaking I saw a TikTok yesterday, and the guy was sitting there, and it read, "I've never seen a Chinese advertising in his life." That was it. I sat back and thought about that. I was like, this dude is absolutely right. Short of Toyota, have you ever seen, and that's not even Chinese, that's Japanese. Have you ever seen a advertisement for Chinese food or the dollar stores or any other things that Chinese people actually own that are in the Black community? Have you ever seen an advertisement for them?
No, but you know what? They don't need it.
Why?
Because they've been so embedded in the community that would be a waste of money for them.
It's unnecessary.
So like the local community, they've been there so long. It's like saying that bodegas need commercials.
Right.
Bodegas don't need commercials.
No, they don't. And they nasty. They don't treat you right. They bruh.
Listen, they're there to deal with a specific set of people. That's what they have to deal with. And those people aren't always the nicest people.
No, they're not.
They can be very aggressive. You know.
All this money we spend on stupid stuff. All this money. Yep. Wish.com, Alibaba, you're absolutely right. We spend all our money. We never wow.
There we go. King's Refuge. Let's not forget about TikTok either. You know, they advertise TikTok. Shout out to King's Refuge, Wish, Alibaba. Exactly. Oh, they're there, Gary. But I get what Gary's talking about, these local joints.
Yeah.
Hell, listen, the Chinese buffet don't got a damn commercial.
Nope.
On the radio,
they don't even have a
TV.
big ass sign. They just buffet and people go.
That's it. China buffet, joint packed.
Yep. Every Sunday.
How you know it's there? They said it was open. Who is they? I heard it in the ether. Think about it, Gary. Listen, a new one opened up, and the whole town know about it. How?
I don't know.
No advertising, ain't none of that, man. But they own the town, man.
They own the freaking town.
Listen, if 35K is the average salary for 70% of Americans, that is tough, man. That's rough.
Yeah. And you still got to get to work, which means you got to get cars and you got to pay gas and all this other stuff. It's not easy, man. It's not easy.
Listen, 35K is broke.
Yep.
It's broke, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now, not to get too political, but I'll tell you how the $15 minimum wage is driving up the price of labor, though, like in spots like New York. So, like, yeah, you know, New York City, you need a $15 minimum wage, but you got to think in other parts of the state, you know, where things are cheaper. Like, listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, it's driving up the price of labor. Like, it's insane. But listen, that's a whole nother conversation.
Yes,
listen, that was the last of what I had, Gary. What else you got tonight, man, before we get the hell out of here?
That's all I got tonight, man. Just stay tuned for the Sarah Boone case that's coming up. Those who are going to be looking at that case, that's an insane situation, man. We did a live last night watching the interrogation, and this woman is insane. There's something not right with this girl. Every 5 minutes she said it was not intentional, and she absolutely thought she was going home. They have a recording of this woman saying, "This is what you get for doing it to me." She confessed zipping him up. She confessed flipping the suitcase over. She then confessed going up the stairs and going to sleep. And she's shocked that there's handcuffs on her. My God.
Listen, that was crazy. I've been following that with you, Gary. I can't, really wait to see how that ends. It's too bad, you can't speed up the process. You just got
it's gonna take a minute.
Yeah, you gotta watch everything play out. But that is crazy. I know you're covering the Young Thug YSL thing. That's crazy, man. So
yes, I am.
Listen, shout out to you, Gary, for keeping us abreast of these situations. I really like that court direction, man. It's dope, man. It's really giving people something to look at, man. Listen, hell, like I said, I got caught into it because this chick is nuts. That's what I said. Like, it's like watching one of them shows, but you like, yo, is it really? Like, is it really? It's real, bro. Like, and it's about to unfold out in court, and yeah, it get a little dry, but that all the information got to come out, man. You really get an appreciation for the process that you go through, man.
It's like golf, right? Like, it's not an exciting thing, but if somebody get one in what is it, a one in show or hitting one, I can't remember whatever the hell. Okay, let's go to baseball. It's a lot like baseball. It's like it can be boring most of the time, but when you get that grand slam, everybody erupt and goes nuts.
Yeah.
So.
Shit, my goddamn mouse acting up, man. But look,
I hear you smack it up there.
Listen, your boy,
I see you smacking it like tank to tank.
Listen, I got to get a new mouse, man. Shout out. We've been using the same mouse now probably for 2 years. And it done, it done bit the thing, man. It done bit it. It's time to get a new mouse, man. But look, man, it's always a fun live, man. Salute to everybody that's on the live with us, man. We always having a good time talking that Triz Ash. We'll see you on the next live Wednesday night. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Shout out to everybody that donated tonight through the Cash App. Much love to you. You already know they demonetized Hoodie. Don't worry about it. And as always, man, thank you to everyone that hit that notification bell and tuned in with us tonight. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Peace.
Peace.